All right, so this practice problem reads, what is the average power consumption in watts of an appliance that uses 5 kilowatt hours per day? And then part B is, how many joules of energy does this appliance consume in 1 year? So thinking about power in watts and energy consumption in joules for this problem. So we want to remember that power is equal to the energy used per time. So the amount of energy per time. So if I wanted to determine how much power is used what the power of an appliance that uses 5 kilowatt hours per day, I need to examine the time per day. All right, so how many hours are in a day? Well, we know that there are 24 hours in one day. So when I think of the energy consumption, the power is going to equal that energy consumption, 5 times 10 to the third watts hours. So kilowatts, 5 kilowatts hours is 5 times 10 to the third watt hours in 24 hours. All right, so this is the power energy used. This is the amount of time that it was used for. And so our power is equal to 208 watts. So the power consumption of this device is 208 watts. Energy used divided by the time that energy has been used for. All right. And the second part of the question asks us, how many joules of energy does this appliance use in a year? Now we want to know joules. So we want to remember that watts have a unit of joules per second. So if we go back to our relationship that the power is equal to the energy used over the time that energy was used for. I'm going to rearrange this equation such that the energy used is equal to the power of that device times the time. I know that power is 208 watts. Well, how long? What is my time? Well, watts is in joules per second, and I want to know the amount of energy used in a year. And so I have to determine how many seconds are there in 1 year. Well, we know that there are 365 days in 1 year. We know that there are 24 hours in 1 day. And we know that there are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So the number of seconds is 365 times 24 times 3,600, and that gives us a 3.15. So this is seconds in 1 year. 3.15 times 10 to the 7th. Let's just confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Seconds. So I can use this value then for my time. So my energy used is my power, 208, times 3.15 times 10 to the 7th, and I get an energy used of 6.56 times 10 to the 9th joules of energy. All right. So recognizing the relationship between power, energy, and time, we're kind of going in one use of that relationship in the first part of the problem, figuring out what is the power consumption for a device that uses 5 kilowatt hours per day, and then taking that power consumption and figuring how many joules are used in a year. All right, good job.